Most people believe exercise is always good for your health. But did you know that strokes sometimes happen right after someone finishes lifting weights, running, or pushing too hard at the gym? According to the American Heart Association, the right kind of exercise can reduce stroke risk by up to 25%. But done the wrong way, especially in people with underlying conditions, the risk can flip completely. In today's video, we'll uncover the truth. Can exercising the wrong way really trigger a stroke, or is it just a myth? And more importantly, how? Can you stay safe, exercise smart, and protect both your heart and your brain? Stay with me until the very end, because one of your daily workout habits might secretly be putting your brain health at risk. First, let me be clear. Exercise is one of the most powerful tools we have to prevent stroke. Studies show that people who exercise regularly can lower their stroke risk by 20 to 25%. Exercise helps control blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, maintain a healthy weight, and improve blood flow to the brain. But here's the catch. Exercise isn't always completely safe. For individuals with heart disease, uncontrolled high blood pressure, or those who work out the wrong way, pushing too hard can actually trigger a stroke. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Stroke found that people who suddenly engage in intense workouts after being sedentary have nearly double the risk of a stroke within the first 24 hours. This doesn't mean exercise is harmful. What it means is simple. You need to exercise the right way, at the right intensity, and in a way that fits your health condition. Coming up next, we'll break down the most common mistakes that can turn your workout into a hidden danger. There are 4 common mistakes people often make when exercising, and these mistakes can raise the risk of stroke. Mistake number 1: pushing too hard, too fast. A sedentary person suddenly decides to run a marathon or lift heavy weights. This can cause blood pressure to spike dangerously, leading to a ruptured vessel or a blood clot in the brain. Mistake number 2: skipping warm-up and cool down. Jumping straight into heavy lifting or sprinting without warming up shocks the heart and blood vessels, creating sudden stress on the circulatory system. Mistake number 3: ignoring warning signs from the body such as dizziness, severe headaches, numbness, or blurred vision. These could be early signs of a mini-stroke TIA, and continuing to exercise could turn it into a full-blown stroke. Mistake number 4: people with underlying conditions exercising the wrong way. High blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes. If you train hard without medical guidance, you're putting yourself at serious risk. These mistakes are so common that they make people believe exercise itself can cause a stroke, but in reality, it's the wrong way of exercising that creates the danger. Up next, we'll explore the scientific mechanisms, why exactly these mistakes can directly trigger a stroke. When you exercise the wrong way, there are 3 main mechanisms that can lead to a stroke. First, a sudden spike in blood pressure can cause a brain bleed. People with weak vessels, aneurysms, or long-term hypertension are especially at risk of a hemorrhagic stroke when they push themselves too hard. Second, intense exercise can temporarily increase blood clotting and even dislodge plaque from artery walls. This can create a blood clot that travels to the brain, blocking an artery, what we call an ischemic stroke. Third, during extreme exertion, blood is redirected to the muscles, sometimes at the expense of the brain. This can cause a temporary lack of oxygen to the brain, known as a transient ischemic attack, or TIA. 1 in 3 people with a TIA will go on to have a full stroke within 90 days. In short, the wrong kind of exercise can damage vessels, trigger clot formation, or cause a brain bleed. And to bring this to life, let's look at a real story of someone who suffered a stroke right in the gym. Let me share with you a true story. A 52-year-old man in Texas who had lived a sedentary lifestyle decided to improve his health by joining a gym. On just his 3rd workout, he attempted to lift twice the weight his trainer recommended. Minutes later, he experienced a severe headache, numbness on one side of his body, and collapsed. Doctors diagnosed him with a brain hemorrhage caused by a sudden spike in blood pressure from overexertion. Fortunately, he survived thanks to quick treatment, but he was left with weakness on one side of his body. This story shows how exercising the wrong way can turn the goal of getting healthy into a tragedy. Many of you may wonder, does heavy exercise always mean a stroke risk? No. The real problem is exercising the wrong way, at the wrong intensity, without considering your health condition. What if you feel dizzy or have a headache while working out? Stop immediately, sit down, and rest. If symptoms don't resolve within a few minutes, or you feel numbness or weakness, call 911 right away. It could be an early warning of stroke. Should people with chronic conditions exercise? Absolutely. But they must exercise at the right intensity. Those with high blood pressure or heart disease should focus on safe activities like walking, swimming, or yoga, and most importantly, consult a doctor before starting heavy workouts. So, how can you exercise without worrying about stroke? First, always warm up and cool down. 5 to 10 minutes of light walking, joint rotations, and stretching will help your heart and blood vessels adapt. Second, increase intensity gradually. Follow the 10% rule. Don't increase your workout load or intensity by more than 10% per week. Third, listen to your body. If you feel dizzy, have a headache, chest pain, or numbness, stop exercising immediately. Those with health conditions should monitor blood pressure and heart rate during workouts. Fourth, choose the right type of exercise. For most people, jogging, swimming, cycling, or moderate weightlifting are safe. For those with chronic conditions, stick to brisk walking, yoga, or light swimming. Avoid sudden heavy lifting or extreme HIIT if you're not conditioned. Finally, consult your doctor, especially if you're over 40 or living with high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes. Remember, it's not about how long or how hard you train, it's about training the right way. Safe exercise keeps your heart strong, your brain sharp, and your life healthier every single day. Exercise is truly medicine. It can keep you healthy, extend your life, and significantly reduce your risk of stroke, but the key is doing it the right way. Done incorrectly, what should protect you may actually put you in danger. Remember this, don't let myths scare you away from working out. Instead, learn the truth, train smart, and listen to your body. Every safe workout today is an investment in protecting your brain and heart tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, please hit like to support the channel, share it to spread this life-saving message, and subscribe with the notification bell on so you never miss important health insights. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever worried about exercise and stroke risk? Share your story or your questions in the comments below.